Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you're doing really well. My name is Humna and I share content connected to art, healing and spirituality on my channel. This is a space where I share my downloads which I receive through my meditation while I'm drawing or while I am meditating in the normal traditional way. So sitting back today, I was thinking about this, that what is this whole thing about being attached to people, places, religion, culture, society, and everything. And what came through was, you didn't come here to be attached to anyone. You came here to experience this world as a gift of your creator. People come and people go. Jobs come and jobs go. That's pretty much it. You have to learn to let it go. For if you run and chase after them, you will lose a part of yourself. And trust me, nothing and no one on this planet is worth losing yourself for. And I was thinking on these lines, and I've always had trouble when people ask me, "Where are you from, Humna?" And I never know what to answer, because what part of my life are they open to receiving? So, what do I say? Where am I from? For I do believe that I am from everywhere and anywhere. So, in a funny way, I'd be say, "Oh, I'm from the planet," or something like that. But in reality, it was because I never felt attached or connected to a certain place or culture. And having traveled and lived, across the globe, I always find people are so beautiful, and I see them not for what they follow or what they wear or how they look or what they dress up. It's always their energy that attracts me to them. It's the way we communicate when there is no communication. So when people don't even talk to each other, we are still connected to each other. It's like when something good happens, we can feel the good for other people. In the same way, something bad happens, we can feel their pain even though we're far away from each other or whatever. So being a very sensitive person, I've always had this understanding that nothing really gets attached to me, and I saw it as a negative in myself. Like, why am I not attached to the friends when I was 16 years old, and I've outgrown them so fast? Why am I so I keep changing the group of people, I change friendships, and nothing remains the way other people have friendships or relationships, even, or things that they have from the past, they bring it on into the future and they're so attached to it. I always looked at that as, I don't have anything. I remember sitting in a group of friends and a long time ago in Australia, and one of the persons said, "Oh, I have a doll which I had, when I was really young." And then somebody said I had something that was, when I used to, a pillow or something like that. And I thought to myself, oh my God, Hamna, I don't even have anything, like anything. Even looking back, my friends come and my friends go, and I've never had that chasing desire to run after people. I always have this acceptance of what is, and what will be. So never had that desire to run after anything or anyone. And like I said, it was one of the things that I actually looked at myself in my life as being very negative. But now when I look back, it's almost like the journey of the soul is what it is. And if that's not happening for me, then the soul that I am here with is actually not needing to be attached to a place, to a thing, to a culture, to a tradition or a religion. So if I was in Pakistan, I would wear clothes that were fitting in for that environment. When I'm in UK, I'm doing this, that thing. When I'm in somewhere else, I kind of change and modify and move and be flexible and open to wherever the environment takes me, and then kind of just blend in as much as I can or need to in that moment, but not fully become that, and not be like, oh my God, when I go home, I'm going to miss this. Because the thing is, we're not really meant to be attached to anyone or anything. And when we do get attached to something or someone, we start having expectations. We start thinking, oh, I'm going to message them, they're going to message me. And so many of my friendships have faded away in time because I am not able to keep up with them when I am not in the same energy vibration with them. And it's taken me such a long time to truly realize this, that we're not here to be blocked by the limitations of what people put on us. You are a Pakistani, you meet with only the Pakistanis, you eat the Pakistanis food, you wear the Pakistani clothes, or whatever it is. I'm just giving an example from my personal experience. As you move through the world, the planet, the whole of creation is God's. It's divine. And so a Pakistani person is as much beautiful as a person in UK, and the same thing like in Mexico or in Australia or the Middle East. Like every single human being is created by the Creator so that we can see the creativity of that Creator in all of that, in all of his creation. And this is kind of like, it's kind of like my mantra. The more I grow, the more I'm realizing that we really didn't come here to just be one thing. We're meant to explore and experience the whole of this world as that what was created for us. So to identify and block myself by saying this is the people I'm going to be with, hanging out with, and I'm not going to hang out with those people who have tattoos, or I'm not going to hang out with the ones who are like 10 years younger to me. These are like limitations we put on ourselves, and we're not able to then experience life and magic and friendships for what they're meant to be. For however long a person is in your life, great. For however long they choose to love you, great. And if they know not written by the Creator in your life for a future chapter of your life, then they will vanish, fade away, or be removed, and that's okay. And so when we're not attached to them, we're not running after them or chasing after them. If they're meant to be, they will be. If they're not, they're not. It's so painful sometimes though. Being a human, of course, I go through cycles of going, oh my God, I really don't know if I can do this anymore, and I'm losing people again. And yes, it does bring out that frustration or anger or whatever, but I remind myself like I'm not maybe meant to be attached to this person. And what I feel is that when we get attached to people, we try to hold our energy in that space, which is suffocating not only for them but for us also. And so it's so important to free ourselves and open our hands and let them go. It's like you can't, when you meet somebody, you shake hands with them, you hug them, you talk to them, but you can't be sitting there having a conversation, hugging them or holding their hands and tugging them tight, closely hugging them. You can't do that because that's suffocating the other person, and there's too much pressure on you to make things right. If the other person is not willing to hold your hand and wants to leave it and wants to experience something different, then so be it. And so yeah, this was something that came through today for me, and I hope that whoever's listening, it can somehow ground you and guide you to understanding that sometimes it's great to have friends who can be with you for the rest of your lives, and it's a great thing, but sometimes it can become very heavy and draining because we're trying to stay limited to that experience and not allow ourselves to attract better, not better, I don't think better is a right word, more suitable for our soul's growth. And so sometimes we have to make space by letting go and realizing that there's no point in running after other people or other things or other jobs which have gone through their expiry date. And it's important to kind of understand, as we are growing, so are they, but they're choosing their speed, you're choosing your speed. So it's okay to let them go and not run after them, because when you run after them, you pull yourself backwards into time and keep yourself stuck in spaces and environments where over time you will outgrow, But then if you don't move out, it's going to get very, very toxic. So to avoid that toxicity, it's a great thing to always know that people come, people go, things change, you evolve, and so do they. I hope this message brings you lots and lots of grounding, and be reminded that it's okay to not run after something and to let it go, for whatever is meant to be yours will come your way, inshallah. And on that note, if you feel your energy resonates with me, you can book me for a one-to-one session and for spiritual guidance to heal your heart and heal your soul. If you feel like you want to connect with me and do my live sessions, which I do them on Friday, 11 a.m. UK time, you're most welcome to send me a message. All the details are down below for my social media. You can contact me through that, and also join my Patreon, where I have shared all my sessions, which are uplifting, grounding. They bring you harmony and balance and peace in your being, and remind you to be really mindful. There are small exercises and they're big sessions. They're all so valuable, and because I'm so passionate about them, I've started sharing them because they've changed my life and lives of many, many people that I know. So it's all available there. Some of the sessions are actually free, which you can just sit through and listen, even if you don't want to draw or do the art exercise. Just listening through them would also shift your energy. And I always say that you don't go towards them. They are the ones, you're being invited by the divine, by the universe, to go through them. Your soul knows if it is for you or not. I always say this, leave me a comment, connect with me if that's something that you feel your energy wants to resonate. By liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel, you help me grow and reach the right kind of people and spread more light. So if that's something that you would like to do, please feel free to do so. I'm sending you lots of love, light, and peace, everyone. Enjoy yourselves and take very good care of yourselves, because you are extremely valuable. Love you. Take care. Allah Hafiz.